Hello, Glitch Reaper here. I'm back for another mob battle, and one of my contestants is perfectly positioned because, well, uh, the thing is, you may remember crabs from OreSpawn is how they show up with random, levels. Well, I had to keep doing these until I found one ready for Apis to challenge. So that's why I started paused in the moving in. That guy doesn't want a part of it. He's like, no, 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 don't let me get crushed by this angry bull. But one of you is getting over there. Whether or not I have to whip out the gravity gun or not, I don't know. Okay, that's it. I'm whipping out the gravity gun. Oh, released it just in time. Had to use the gravity gun. Oh, the tools of a mob battler can get interesting. And gravity guns are definitely part of it. Wow, he was going all in there. Yes, he is fireballing this guy. Got the damage reflection going, and yeah, in terms of which way I'm theming it this time, it's the aquatics that are getting in. Not counting the water dragon, that I'm counting with dragons, and dragons will be their own thing later. Explosion! You can really juggle them sometimes off of that. Oh, it backed up in time. It knew. It's like, no, I don't want to get mauled by that. Well, to be perfectly fair, it has a lot of defense. The very large crab has a ton of offense and defense. It just doesn't have much health. Boink. Upward it goes. Okay. He's jostling it away. He still has quite a bit of launch. And explosion. And firepower. Literal firepower. It is roasting. It does make me wonder how long that fire lasts. I mean, he keeps refreshing it with his flaming mortars by the time that it really wears off. He's in damage reflection mode again. So just streaming fireballs. Managed to hit it a couple times. And it's roasted. Okay, so the very large crab is down, and Apis still has, admittedly, less than half his health. I can now switch into recover him in between rounds mode. Thank you. I'm a little curious whether or not I'm going to need that much anymore. Now here's an interesting one, the Irukandji. This thing is known for, if you hit it barehanded, it will deal you a ton of damage, usually one-shot you. And I just don't think he's naturally aggressive to it. It only has like 1 HP, but look, it does have a boss health bar. I know, isn't that kind of funny? It's like, really, that counts as a boss? Let's see if I can get him to hit it while it's actually... Well, he didn't have his damage reflection shield up, so yeah, I guess it just doesn't hurt him whenever he hits it barehanded. Okay. Next, I mean, I could kind of rearrange that, because, well, let's face it, that was definitely the weakest. Smack. It literally had 1 point. It was just all retribution damage. Okay, let's have you face the sea monster. Here, Nessie, Nessie, Nessie. And it just loves charging into combat, so this is going to be just all-out rampaging. And it's on fire. And smacked by an explosion. It is, damage reflection mode. You're not getting past it for a while there. Wow, and the quick juggle. And it's out. He did not sustain much damage at all. Just saying. I mean, it wasn't, like, perfect, but admittedly, I mean, not even quite 20 points down out of 160, so he, kind of really, flummoxed him there a bit. Okay, let's see, is there anything else I can... no. And there are certain things which I appear to be accumulating. I may have experimented with a few things in between. Just saying. Well, since he's back at full health, let's go with Sea Viper. Sea Viper. It's toxic. Of course, damage reflection still helps us, mainly against the melee damage. Poison doesn't have a specific target that's unleashing it onto him. But I think he makes himself temporarily immune to the actual poison damage. Yeah, he's just immune to damage, except certain very specific types, whenever he's in that mode. Okay, let's see, will he go into that mode again? Well, he's already ran out of poison, so he's fine. Still, that was amazingly one-sided. Okay, not entirely one-sided. To be perfectly fair, it actually did hit him a bit. So, he did take some damage. Just not enough to be a real threat. But, yeah, there's a huge threat in Cup. Because if we're doing aquatics, we've got to do the king of the aquatic summons. Because if you face off against too many attack squids, you might anger this guy. Now, for this, I'd love to get him to the center of the arena, possibly, for best effect. And remember, whenever I do this, I can't turn off the weather until it's gone. Because what I'm doing is I'm going to unleash the Kraken. So, let's do the classic from Clash of the Titans. Release the Kraken! Okay, you can grab him. Anytime it takes damage, it will drop whatever it's holding. But it can grapple him. And he can blast it with fire. Or at least he can hit it. I don't know if it gets set on fire from him. I think it can be. Oh, they're high up. I'm not going to actually follow for a good reason, but we will get a view. A couple of those reasons are he's immune to fire damage anyhow, and falling damage, and lightning damage. Although not the grip. He's immune to everything except pretty much the grapple attack. And so we don't have to worry about him taking fall damage. But another thing is, it will keep going farther and farther up if I do, so I don't want to chase it upward. He is mostly fireballing it. Wow, that was like an instant drop. It grabbed him in the instant it did, before it could even actually deal damage. He just struck it immediately. Yeah, it's not catching on fire. I think, even though it's not immune to fire damage, I do believe it's immune to actually burning. He's hitting it a few times. He dropped him again. How much damage has it taken? Nearly 100. Nearly 100. That's actually kind of impressive against the Kraken. It looks like if it just keeps shooting upwards at it and hitting it, it'll drop him fast enough where it might not... Okay, it did some grapple damage there a couple times in a row. We'll get into damage reflection mode type. No, well, no, but he got it to drop. Wow. He's got near pretty good chunk down. It's trying to feel him out. It seems to have lost things a bit. Okay, he comboed with possibly some damage reflection, definitely some projectiles. Okay, he's trying to grapple him again. He keeps shaking it off. However, he's very low. He's very low. A couple more hits and he might be down. Oh, I think he barely got out of that one. The Kraken is going... Kraken. Kraken? You almost won. Kraken. Kraken. Are we gonna have a ring out for this round and have to do a round 2? I'm suspicious that's what's gonna happen. Kraken. Get over here. Kraken. Kraken. I don't want to have to chase you, but I will. Come on. Can I even gravity gun you? I think it might be... Okay, I did get it. I did get it. It is not immune to gravity gunning. It is not immune to gravity gunning. Okay, that was interesting. And it immediately destroyed him the first opportunity it got afterwards. So the Kraken has won against Apis. Nothing else in the aquatic category actually did. That is kind of amazing. And how much does it have left? Pretty good amount, I'd say. He's going to the top of the world. Okay. Fast dive. I need to crush him. Kraken, did it already, like, completely escape? It despawned. Okay. Never mind. I don't need to reset the weather. That happened. He decided to just leave after he won. He's like, okay, I'm fine now. Bye. But yeah, these are all Apis statues from previous things that have managed to finish them off, which hasn't been really that many, but it does happen. And apparently, I'm missing one from that one. It fell. Oh, no, I haven't. Okay. But yeah, I'm wondering, will I be able to ring this around by the time that I'm done with the Apis set? That's just a really good question there, is will I be done in that time? Admittedly, it's a big arena, but there's also a lot of bosses I'd like for him to challenge. So whenever I come back here for Apis fights, I'm going to just keep building this one up. And it's going to be awesome. So, yeah. I mean, I got a pretty good chunk of the arena right now, but we're building up to it. Okay. But, I mean, you could see it literally took the Kraken to defeat Apis out of the Aquatics. I could just, as a random thing, maybe do quick Water Dragon as kind of a double up on it. Just because it is water-based. And it is a dragon. So maybe I'll have it out twice. Just cuz. As I'm curious. I don't quite like the klaxons ringing because it's a water dragon. And with that, Apis has concluded the fact that he still rocks. So, you just be the champion there, Apis. And, yeah, it's kind of a bit telling that you just aren't going to give in very easily. You did take a Kraken to take you down, obviously, so you're still pretty darn strong. So, I am still impressed, even though you did eventually have something that took you out, because what did was practically an aquatic kaiju. So, yeah, that's pretty telling. So, still pretty strong, even though we did find out that Kraken could take him down out of the aquatic bosses. But that's kind of going to be it for now. Next up, I'm probably going to go with robots. And then after that, we'll have miscellaneous and finish off with like the full dragon set, because I think that's all the categories in OreSpawn that I can think of. Well, just the fact that the mod was big enough to actually have categories is interesting in and of itself. But yeah, next up will probably be robots. Oh, interesting news! If you're here at the very end here, there might be, if finally, after all this time, an authorized port of OreSpawn coming up to more modern versions of Minecraft. Just think about that. I think it's supposed to be jumping up to 1.12.2, but I'm not sure. I'll have to check out the official word on it, but I do know there's a port coming, and that means something after 1.7.10 will finally be here. Yeah, just think about that. And I know that Nico is working on, like, gradually getting, like, Tragic MC into like its third plus form. So does that mean they'll be going again post the combat update? Oh yeah, but it's still pretty good to have them up against each other here. But there'll be more. there'll be more. And yeah, Apis is still proven that he's going to be a strong, awesome combatant to throw in against all sorts of other mods, so we'll see about that. So again, next up will be robots, and then probably miscellaneous, and then dragons, and after that, we'll see where I'm going with mob battles. I might take a break from Apis for a while. I might do a few other miscellaneous things, like maybe some mutant creatures or something. I'll have to think about it. But for now, I'll be logging off, and do think of that awesome OreSpawn news. Darn lips. Do think of that awesome OreSpawn news. So, I'm out of here for now. Hope to hear from y'all later, and bye for now, everybody.